figure out how to move the pools.
STA wasn't here. He said the whole movement from Hex was done by two players, in his opinion.
From USDC to ETH by 2 players.
No, the price movement from the recent price movement going up. He said it was two
Oh,
players.
yeah, yeah, I believe it. If you look at the ads and the removes and LPs, it's kind of obvious who's doing it.
And that's why. But also that Hedron fucking, that pool of Hedron, man, is really dicking it. It really, they took out that fucking, people must be pissed.
They took out the wall, right?
On Hex Hedron, man, that's a lot of things were routing through that, man. I like it, cause like I usually like doing like this. I like pretending I'm gonna do a transaction and just look at all the stats, all the slippage, all the, just look at it, gas price, like, just like do like a pretend. I don't know how to explain it. It's like kind of like being at the poker table and playing with the chips.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah,
Like window
you're doing
shopping.
everything but pressing the checkout button.
Exactly, and I go to all the ways to, and I click the reject. Like it's like that it's like I try to do it just to feel like, okay, if I do that, then this, boom, 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 and I'm like, okay, so how much is this? And then I look, I'm like, oh, okay, and the routing, because I like looking at the routing, and the routing, man, there was a lot of hex hedron, and now it's not there no more. So when you look at like ICOSA and hedron, it's going straight from the USDC pools, the routing, all that shit. Let me go like show the people online. Swap. Okay, I don't know why this is doing this. Unsupported. Oh, because I was on pulse chain testnet. That's why. Okay, cool. ICOSA. Like, let's say you want to do ICOSA Hedron. Oh, now it's routing through the 1% pool of ICOSA Hedron. Oh, okay. Let's go check this out. Wow, there's only 19 billion heat. Wow, okay. Okay, that's not that much liquidity, man. Um, always does this, man. Bro, I don't know what this fucking wick is on ICOSA and wrapped ETH, man. It pisses me off so much.
You don't know what?
There's this wick on ICOSA and ETH, wrapped ETH on this fucking stupid pool. And this shit just wicked to like, I don't know how many ETH per ICOSA. And then it just fucks up the whole way. You have to read the graph. 3.4 ETH per ICOSA. That's fucked. Oh, shit. Anyways. ICOSA is losing a lot on ETH, man. It's not good. That means that this shit's inflating too much. So the hex ETH doesn't have nothing saving it from going down, but there's a lot saving it from going up. Oh, right now there's a lot saving it from going down. Well, man, there's nothing. Holy fuck, there's nothing. There's the same amount. Well, it's not really nothing. It's just a nice DCA. There's a lot of hex, but it's not. It's very dispersed. Nah, man. They're forcing people to get good deals, and then when they get the good deal, they just boom it back. that's the deal right now. Like they're letting people like wash trade. They're letting people just say, yeah, you want give me fees, give me fees. I feel like
In how many days does the next batch of auction start? The ones that got recycled.
you see that I don't know. We can go check that out actually. All right, COSUM. What the fuck was
Because
that?
around that time, we'll see buy pressure.
How many got recycled compared to last time?
Oh, who the fuck is that, bro? Yo, Gypsy, bro. What the fuck? Holy fuck.
Who's got recycled?
Bro, that shit was horrible. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah.
My fucking ears jumped. But yeah, right now there's nah, bro. Your shit's wrecked. Shit's wrecked. Get in and out, man. It sounds like you're every time you turn on your mic, you're starting a wood chipper. Man, I see a lot of B shares being waiting, man. A lot of B shares, bro. A lot of fucking B shares.
How you like my microphone, Jim Rat?
Sounds good to me.
Oh fuck! I thought he was calling me Jim. Hey, what's up, Jim?
I was just looking at your stream. I like your little background setup.
Thank you, sir.
Where your face pops through with the little hex thing.
I could show. Well, if you do OBS, it's easy. It's very easy to do.
I know. I need to. My computer can handle OBS, so I should actually do that today. I'm gonna write that down.
Dude, test it out. I mean, I'm honestly testing it out. I'm checking out the BlueStacks. I found well, not me. That one of the guys found in the garbage a laptop, and there was a 16 gig RAM piece in there. So I just took it. I put it in my computer. Now I boosted the PC. It has like 24 gig RAM now. So I'm just trying. Now I could like, I'm running 0.03 CPU while streaming. So, I'm fucking laughing right now. So I'm testing stuff out. I'm checking out the BlueStacks, seeing how it works. Because I'm probably gonna like record. Like I want when I'm in like funding gym stuff. Like for the next 2 weeks I have time, so I'm just testing shit out. You should honestly try OBS, man. It's really good, man.
I'm gonna try it. No, I am gonna try it. I never had a computer that could handle it until just about a month or two ago, and I kind of forgot that I could use more stuff now. But my computer's God mode now, thanks to Bullish. He told me to get a decent computer.
Like when you do your like certain streams, like obviously not the interview streams, but when you do like certain streams, that is just you should definitely utilize OBS, like the watching and
You can still integrate StreamYard to OBS.
yeah. I was trying to do that, but I have
Did you guys see
restreamed.
the
Yeah, I'll send you a video. Easy.
$500,000 roughly?
Yeah.
that came
OBS
in
to
yesterday?
StreamYard is the way to go.
All right, OBS to StreamYard. Okay.
You set up StreamYard as a separate source, and then you can frame every guest if you want. So then you can create one scene with like 2 frames, your camera from OBS, and then the guest from StreamYard. So there's different ways. I can send you a video that'll walk you through it.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Yeah, honestly, the platform I like more than StreamYard is EVMux because it's like OBS built into the cloud.
How do you spell that? EV Muck? MUK? MUC?
You can do scenes, transitions, layers upon layers. Like it's amazing. Lower
EVMux,
thirds,
MUX,
banners. It has a built-in soundboard.
EVMux live stream. Easiest way to produce stunning live stream.
Oh, and the free account supports like up to 20 guests or some shit like that, and 1080p is standard.
12 participants. That's dope. Wow. Okay. Full 1080p for free. What? Okay. Signing up right
Yeah,
now.
that's what I'm saying. The watermark sucks, but if you're willing to pay for it, it's worth it. I just signed up. I've been using the free account for like over a month, and then yesterday when Jesse and KDP were going on Hex Token, they realized he's using EV Mug, so I was like, jump in my account, make sure your shit works. And after we tested it, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna sign up for this shit. We're gonna stream from this from now on.
I'm signing up right now.
I'm just really liking this fucking BlueStacks, how it's like set up and it's like working very nicely now. That extra RAM really is doing wonders.
I basically just
Yeah, dude,
followed
it's
the line
amazing. It has like
instructions.
you can set up different scenes, so you can set up a scene for the intro, and it can take all the steps that you want it to take, and it'll transition automatically into like the scene where the speakers and yeah, it's dope. Like once you set it up.
I also want to.
It
I
works
also
pretty
want. I also want to piss off Jimra and make him do more fucking watch parties. So I'm gonna start doing watch parties. I'm actually very intrigued. The hexsearch.io, man. This morning I've been
What do you mean watch parties?
like watch party, man. Just restream it, like watching shit and just doing shit and like like AMA. Like I'm so fiends for those Richard Hart. Like man, I found Richard. He was talking all kinds about the incentive back in the day. And it's like literally I didn't realize it, but it was a fucking live space. And he's like answering I was like, hey man, I think it was Orca's space and everyone was coming up and asking him a question. I was like, dude, this is the best. This is whoa. This is like imagine people could just
I
wow.
had the last space that he did with Orca on YouTube.
I only like streaming stuff that has intellectual.
The one where Tangent debated him on BTC. I have like the whole 3.5 hour space on YouTube.
But I only like doing streaming stuff that's intellectually stimulating to me, which is like it's almost a tick, but it's like a problem. Like if I don't find it like interesting or something that I don't know.
The space they were hosting yesterday was fucking amazing with fucking
with Bram.
Gene, and then Omak came in. I listened to what Omak was saying. I was like, oh shit.
House in there after? I had to leave at 8 p.m. Are you talking about the one with Gene Hoffman and Bram and that Michael Sacchioni dude or whatever his name was? Some rich dude.
I think that's the one. Yeah.
I'm gonna show Sam the first hour.
What was that? I'm sorry.
Is my mic wrecked?
No, you're good. You're good, Jim.
But I'm gonna show Sam the first. Dude, when he kept saying proof of Vitalik, I kept losing my shit. I was like spitting my coffee out.
Hey, Jim, what day are you on right now?
I think I went on vacation on the 18th in I keep on YouTube. I just say every 7 days, but it was a bunch more days before that. I just like counted it when I got back. So I'm like almost a month.
That's not.
That's good, man.
I feel electric. I feel like I'm like.
You should feel electric, man. Sometimes it's needed.
Well, I'm just super organized now. Like that was my problem. I was streaming every day. I was no longer organized. It's like I even had enough money to like pay for my bills and like do shit, and I just like wasn't doing shit anymore. Like I just couldn't even like fucking focus enough to do anything but stream. So, and now that I switched the stream schedule, I feel much better. I've been going to the gym every day and, you know, staying away from that punanis, if you know what I mean, which is critical.
I couldn't hear Jim. How many days are on now?
I think it's like I'm almost 30.
How about?
I'm probably going to try to go for the rest of my life, if I'm being honest. Like, yeah, I only shoot for the rest of my life. Like, that's how I think. But I also have issues. Like, that's the thing. Like, I've had these issues since I was just a kid. Like, my dad has the same issues. My dad's been sober from everything for like 35 years. And he tells me, he's like, this family don't work too well under that kind of stimulation. And then my therapist says I have substance. What does she fucking call it? Basically, whenever I use substances, you know how I'm always excited anyway. When I use substances, I get into like a manic state. Like after a while.
Jim Rat.
What up?
You need to listen to your own voice, man. It's just an advice I'm giving you because I love you. Because I remember watching you last summer. It was in July. I was so happy to attend your streams.
Well, I
You need
can't
to
like.
understand now. You need to find your own voice.
Thanks.
Service, I love you.
Love you too.
Make sure you write that down. Find your
Yeah.
voice.
All right. Yeah, that's non-specific, very non-specific, but I know what you're saying, kind of. Like, I guess I started to lose my shit, but that's the thing too. There's a lot of like pressure in the community, like, and then you get in like a bunch of friends, and then when you start talking about other stuff, like people just start saying that you're a piece of dirt, and then you have to realize like not everyone's in it for the same reasons. So I'm just doing whatever I want, which is nice.
Am I bugging out or do I keep on hearing Dan? Who's El Gypsy?
Yeah, it's Dan.
Oh, okay. I was like, I keep on hearing his voice, but I don't fucking see him.
El Gypsy, I'm gonna follow you, and I want to. How does Bullish know your name is Dan?
He's
Like,
Romanian Dan. Romanian Dan.
Oh, okay. So you're just gonna confuse the fuck out of everyone?
Yeah, it's the alt account, the Zen account.
Yeah, however, it doesn't matter because relative reality is just an illusion. It's like you know everything within it, but you're not grasping the boundaries of it. So you can try to make strange moves with your arms, but you're not grasping it.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying to you. It's like you need to speak to yourself and trying to listen to yourself and converse with him and find a try what he wants and why it's not working for him, and listen to me and believe me. Trust yourself. Be honest with yourself.
I just told everyone that I had a drug problem and that I quit using
It's
drugs.
not about
Yeah, no,
drugs.
I'm being honest with myself, and I put myself out there every single day.
Yeah,
And I tell people when I'm wrong.
that's just pragmatism. It's nothing more.
All right, bro, listen. I'm just enjoying my morning with my coffee and my buddies.
Yeah.
And you're explaining to a person you don't know on the internet about very vague, detailed things. I just want to continue
But
chat.
I'm not specific, and I'm give you all the freedom, the space, the time you want. It's just that I'm just not stepping on your foot.
I don't think you're stepping on my foot. I believe you. I'm just, every human has problems and things that they run into, and I like to admit them when I'm wrong, and that's it.
One day Bullish, man. It says I think it's less than a day. There's 50, 60, 70 t-shirt ones.
For the auctions to restart?
Yeah, they're restarting. There's some restarting very, very soon. This one's 7 t-shirts. It's not that much, man. It's a lot in like 20. It's more than 2 weeks. Right now this is 1 day, 2.9 t-shirts. That's not much, man. There's not the biggest ones. I haven't seen like a triple digit one yet. I was looking at 5 days in. Now I'm like, let's see how much this is still 1 day in. 10 t-shirts. 73 t-shirts here. 86 t-shirts. Fuck, man. It's minimum.
Is there good discounts?
Yeah, man. Go 86 t-shirts, man. 666,666 hex for less than 500 million hedron.
I remember when Johnny Chaos blocked me because I said hedron is awesome and Alex is a genius. And is Alex still a genius? Because I still think that. I think the hedron Icosa ecosystem is absolutely awesome.
Yeah, I think so too, man. I've been talking about it a lot, Jamrat, lately. I've been trying to mold it in people's heads because, like, this is like the other day someone bought for 22. Listen to this, okay? Talk about arbing and making money, bro. Like, forget about trying to wait and mint and all this shit. Like, dude, the guy you could have bought Okay, the guy bought $22,000 worth of hedron, or 10 billion hedron, bid for 2 stakes HSIs with 60 plus T shares in each. So you got like 131 T shares. He paid 10 billion hedron for that. That equates to 1,000,000 hex. So 1,000,000 hex is worth $54,000. 10 billion hedron at the time was $22,000. But he could have exchanged right away the 2 HSIs for enough ICOSA to dump and receive $24,000. So he made literally a quick G in like 10 minutes if he wanted to.
I don't know the only thing that I've been doing lately is whenever ICOSA dips, I just add ICOSA to my staking pool. Like I have a couple stakes from day one, and I look at the yield, and I'm just like, okay, this is fucking insane. Like,
yo, there's a bullish. There's one right now. If you do it, okay. If you wait, it's one that's at the end of the now. So it's like the last one. It's 129 T shares right now. Okay, you can minimum bid for it is 750 million hedron. Like so like I know right now that's crazy, but think about it in the future when hedron actually is worth something, and that is the price that people are like, okay, well, you know what? Fuck, I have to pay 750 million hedron. If you wait now and like you said, keep rolling into that ICOSA, you keep staking that hedron, you're going to have a shit ton of hedron to go and do these things. And when they get revamped, you'll be able to pick up hundreds of T shares like it's butter. I'm telling you, it's going to go for what? 1 billion hedron? 100
I think
T-shares?
the guys that have a lot of native hex stakes get worried that like somehow it's going to dilute them, but I don't really even agree with that. I think it's just more like
this is diluting the inflation of hedron. So like as much as people hate the inflation of hedron, this is stopping it from going up because we're right now purchasing like, if it's 750 million hedron for 100 T shares, you know how much that's going to go for? At least 20 billion hedron. So for 20 billion from not even a billion, you're doing like 20 times more the burn than it is inflating or has the possibility of inflating.
Isn't it also important to note that there's only $1.2 million in the hedron USDC pair? So depending on how big you are as a person, like you would want to watch out, being that you're exiting that pool. Well, never mind.
Yeah, but you could always you look at market buy because it tells you how much you're getting. Like as much as people hate to do market buys, well, if you want to average out like a strategy or a method or an arbitrage opportunity, just look at the market price. You're gonna get that much.
Yeah, that's what I do for hedron. I just market buy hedron. So I usually know if it's up or down depending on how much I get because I buy the same amount every week.
Like Jim Red, it's crazy, man.
Hedron, there was 6 zeros.
There's 5, but there's 5 and a 2. There was 5 and a 2. You're doing well, man. Because if you look at your opportunity cost, now it could cost you 5 times. It technically it's costing you 5 times cheaper to get these T shares in that hedron. So like you could revamp it and do plays.
About that, man.
Do it, man. It's mathematically insane because not only can you wait for how much ICOSA value is, but you could trade the stakes if you get it at an enough discount to just trade back your ICOSA and just dip back into hedron. And if you look at the ICOSA hedron chart, that shit looks like a heartbeat. A very steady heartbeat. It goes up, down, up, down. So it's like people are just utilizing it to purchase T-shares. And that's why Hex is not at 15 cents right now. Because
there's a lot of, I don't know, people hate when I talk about liquidity because of whatever reason. But if you look at the ICOSA hedron pool and some of those pairs that kind of have ratios that are basically going to stay together to a degree, like you can basically just earn passive income by keeping shit in those pools and basically guarantee that the price isn't going to aggregate against any USDC or anything stable. And they pretty much move together and they're down really low. So it's just basically you just earn money all day holding 2 assets. But I mean, you could just put in the ICOSA pool as well, or the hedron pool as well if you're doing those rolling stakes.
But then there's the right now also, if people are not realizing that the rolling stakes for 30 days now it went up to 29 ICOSA, 290 ICOSA, 2,900 ICOSA. So it's going up as the points go up. So you need it's more. So
now,
like
when
now
you
when
end your ICOSA stake,
yeah,
this
you
is
lose your
something
points.
I've never asked
You lose
because
your
I've
points.
never ended any of my stakes. Does it? Do you get the same multiplier that you did if you did it on day one? If you do it again,
No.
I'm assuming.
What
Yeah, I was gonna. So I'm
what
never ending my
what
fucking Icosa
what
stick.
multiplier? What do you mean?
I mean, whatever.
The
I don't
points?
know. That's what I'm
You mean
saying.
your
Like I did
points?
it all on day one, so I wasn't paying attention to
Well,
like what would happen afterwards.
you see, that's why I was advocating at the beginning to do different one of them because like it made like the bonus, it was cool and all, but if you hold a position and it doesn't matter how much it is and it's about the points of the pool, well, you could always keep adding and getting always the best points. So it would have been good to have different positions that you could always roll into but also take out. So like if you do big ones, you're losing the points. But right now there's more because of the first year, there's more rewards than you. So you could always compound in. That's why I've been doing 30 days because the 30 days are actually, if ICOSA does go back to like $2, $5, which it will if everything goes up, this is going to be very profitable. Even with $30 stakes, even with $50 each stakes and having like 10 of them. But like later on in life, I could just take one, right? It's like a Whatsa. Like why do one big Whatsa and have to take everything out when I could just like the gas price was obviously was a bitch, right? But at the end of the day, it's like the return of how long you're willing to stay is gonna always outpace that little
I'm
fucking
staying,
transaction.
dude. I don't know
Stay,
if
man.
I'll ever.
But you should make
end
other
my
ones, man.
Icosa
Do you have
stakes.
Hedron staking? Do you have Hedron staking?
No, but I have 10x bonuses on all my stakes.
You should do the
And
Hedron staking, man. If you have
I
like
did it
five
initially,
to
but
100 million
yeah.
Hedron just liquid, just go, man. Just spend it, and you'll be making enough ICOSA to keep putting them in a new wallet and just having a 30-day rolls. And if you want to spend the gas, which gas is technically free to acquire for someone like yourself, if you strategize properly with certain tools, and yeah, it's just free, man.
I know. I'm just trying to like keep it simple to a degree, and whenever I add a layer of complexity, for me it takes like 30, 40, 50 more minutes of my mental space per day, and I don't like it.
Same. Like I was managing 10 wallets for like Hedron Icosa, and I'm down to 4 now because I was like, I can't keep on managing these 10 wallets, like especially after that whole Zen shit and all those fucking thousands. I was like, I'm not doing this shit again.
Well, that was my problem with that. Like, and you know, I've talked to Jack behind the scenes a little bit. Like, I'm like, dude, if I can't keep up with this, I'm a fucking manic motherfucker, and I can't keep up with this shit at all. And you're telling me that the entire world's keeping up with this shit? Like,
That's
no.
why, like, when the NFTs came out, I was like, that's perfect. Like, someone needs to create something like that for Hedron Icosa, where like we have a smart contract. We can say we want 10 wallets. We want it to auto compound. It will automatically set up 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and just drip them.
But you can do that. You can do that. You see, so that's the beauty is that he first had to create what you can automate. So like Hex, it's like because it's just well fucking protected because no admin keys, no this. It's just like encaged. Well, then we could build on it, right? So like I'm saying you could build on it, but like you know what I mean. Like someone can just take it and do it. That's the beauty about what we're creating, and then I don't think people realize.
Gas fee for my Icosa state is going to be nuclear. How's that?
It's cheaper.
No, yeah, it's not bad at all.
Fucking Alex is a goddamn.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
He's genius, man.
Beast.
He's genius, man. It's actually really cool.
Damn.
Someone's gonna also take his idea and encapsulate. Like, well, they're probably doing it as we speak, but the encapsulation method, like imagine encapsulating. Like you could technically encapsulate the Hedron and Icosa stakes, and just separate them.
Alex is my daddy.
Yeah, I had a 90.
Communist too, bro. Honestly, Communist too. You should go read those the functions that they have. There, I think there's like a. I think there's like a bad. I don't understand because it's always like code.
Who's the founder?
I don't know, but there's like a way.
Everybody knows who the founder is.
Yeah, but they're
they're
fucking with the with a method that like they could like burn your coins without if you don't claim them.
He's like one of those like Victor types who's been around early on, doing stuff with the web, setting up front ends and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's like the guy from OX Coast. Like I talked to the guy from OX Coast, and he shows me and anyone who's behind the scenes his face. He just doesn't want to be a public figure.
Yeah, I know what he looks like. Jim-Man knows what he looks like. Sam and a few, Katie, a bunch of other people know what he looks like behind the scenes.
He's a hell of a guy. I don't care what anyone says. That dude, we talked for an hour after my stream yesterday, and man, he is a nice dude. Like,
Yeah,
we didn't talk about
he's legit.
crypto at all. We
Who
were just talking
Stoic?
life.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I listen to people talk
Yeah,
crap
yeah.
about him. I'm like,
I
no
love
way.
Stoic. He's very true to his own words.
Man, I really hope they're doing what they say they're doing, man, because that's hard.
Yeah, they
man.
are. They are.
That's
They are.
fucking hard, man. Good job to them.
It's
bro.
hard, dude.
It's
You
hard,
can tell,
dude.
but he's been doing this stuff for a long time. Like this type of work. This is the type of work he's been doing for a long time, and he's a passion project kind of guy. Like obviously he wants Pulse Chain to pump, and we need these off ramps and on ramps in order to make this work. And I just wish more people would just double down and just like support the shit out of him.
I know what you mean.
I'm supporting it by waiting.
You come out with the product, dude. I'm going to be your favorite human being in this world. I am going to just like support the piss out of you, because that hard work, I mean, come
on. That work he's putting in now pays dividends. I'm actually kind of curious how many people in the ecosystem are building just to sell. Because like I've said this maybe like 2 months ago, maybe less than that. They're like, you're gonna start seeing things shake up when acquisitions in crypto start becoming a thing. So like, who knows? He's probably building it specifically to sell it later on. Which all power to them. And I'm wondering, like, who else like is thinking in those terms.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I agree. Like, well, a lot of these things are building just to get people to put money in their shit so they can dump it. But yes, guys like him that are building in order to just, I guess, have a bigger entity buy it at the end of the day once it's like up and ready and running. Because I don't know, I mean, it's a full-time gig dealing with that shit for the rest of your life.
It happens all the time. You get to a point of critical mass where you only have so much resources to grow it to the next level. So you're either forced to, sell a portion of your company to someone with the resources to help you get to the next level, or sell it to someone who can dedicate time and resources to get it to the next level.
And he was telling us, dude, he was like, I put every dollar I had into the AA into Hex like day one. And I mean, like, through the first 4 months, and then the AA, he was like, he caught that wave really well. He's sharp. He's a sharp dude.
So, dude, I was in the postal guy space last night before I went to sleep. And they started spitting out some conspiracy theories about you. So I joined it. I joined it on the fun because they were like, "Yo, all of a sudden, Jim Rat is like all buddy with like fucking Hex Hangout and like XYZ whatever." So I was all right. Since you motherfuckers are spitting conspiracies, what if Hex Hangout hacked the fuck out of Jim Rat and has some dirt on him? And he's like, "Look, motherfucker, if you don't join this fucking team, I'm gonna expose your ass."
Yo, that's what I would think too, but I think he just thinks I'm a nice dude and he wants me to, like, we talk on the phone a lot. And you know how I get with people that have a lot more information than me. I reach out to them constantly until they're like friends with me, because everyone that's an expert at something, they like when people that are actually interested reach out to them and like ask real questions. And I just ask him like all these technical questions, and then I support the shit out of his spaces and I try to get, like, last time he did a security space, there was like, 32 people in there, and we talked on the phone. I said, I'm going to get 86 to 100 people in there, and I'm going to spend all day trying to get people to go in there. And it was beneficial to him, and that's what I do. I just try to help people until, you have to give value to people or they're just going to think you're a fucking idiot. Like, you have to at some point try to help the people around you. If you have nothing to offer them, if they have something to offer you. Like, I can't just milk people for information all day long. And these guys aren't necessarily great at like team building and like bonding and like talking to people. So it's like easier to just like for me to do it, because I'm decent at that stuff and I like to do it. It's like Sam. Sam is like always in shock. He's like, how do you talk to all these people? And I'm like, I just like talking to people, dude.
And someone should just start all these fucking HSIs, man, and just put some pressure on this ecosystem. I think I'm gonna waste a couple $100.
What do you mean?
Like, just start them. Like, I'm obviously,
Oh, like
bro.
start creating
Bro, if I,
HSIs, you mean?
I'll
like,
bid on the one you
right
start.
now, right? Like,
Oh, you mean start the bids?
yeah, like, bro, if I get 100 T-shares for less than 1 billion hedron, bro, I have no problem doxing that wallet for that insane fucking clutch. You know what I mean? But, yeah.
It's actually a good time to start all of them. If you want to start like all of them,
Yeah.
the
No, I'm
gas
gonna
fees
wait.
have been
I'm
high, so a lot
gonna
of
wait
people are
3-4
reluctant to
hours.
even participate.
I'm gonna wait 3-4 hours, maybe 5, maybe 6.
Well, no, I'm saying you start them when the gas fees are low, but
No.
like me, I
I'm
haven't even
gonna
looked at
pay.
it
I'm
because
gonna
the fucking
pay.
gas fees. I
I'm
don't need
gonna
to
pay
spend
to.
$5.
Nah, it's gonna end.
Dude, gas fees have been wrecked past couple of days.
100%. That blur shit, man. It literally, like, you don't see OpenSea marketplace no more.
So yeah,
Is
dude, I've been
Ethereum
seeing it.
broken?
I've been seeing it on the gas guzzlers. What is it, like a new NFT marketplace?
Yeah, and they have like a battle pass. They have like a battle pass shit for NFT communities and NFT collectors, and it's like you get rewards and airdrops from the token for more like. Like, I don't know. Maybe if you make your own collection and you just buy your own shit, then you're like, you get like this
Have you
whole
looked in
airdrop.
putting money in the coin?
I played the 5th.
Yeah, because I saw it. Like
I
people
don't.
were talking
I
about
wouldn't.
it.
I don't know what you're talking about. If it has a coin, okay, cool. But the yeah, man, it's just swallowed all the ETH. It's just so you don't see open sea anymore.
Fuck.
Bro,
What is
it's
that, 65?
yeah, man. Not only that, but they have like I said, that battle pass type of attitude where it's like, hey, do rewards, do this, do like, dude, that's like, that's so fucking cool, man. I'm sorry, that's so stupid, but cool. Like, it gives these people something to do. It's like a video game, but like spend money. It's like collect and. Anyways, I don't understand why OpenSea is not there anymore. Like, I don't know, man. Do I get like an? I have to go check. Wait, what was those wallets that? What was the? Oh, I can't do it live. I'm live now. Bro, that's fucked. This fucking girl is now at the top featured on OpenSea, bro. This, wow, I can't believe this shit. I can't believe this shit.
Dude, this fucking gas fees has been fucking hate. I spent, let me see, probably like over $200 this week feeding my goddamn ETH gobblers because of fucking gas fees.
That must be a bitch.
Dude, like, I love Omar, but bro, this motherfucker, bro, created the biggest fucking money printer in crypto, I swear. Think about it. There's over 2,000 people probably spending a similar amount, like close to $100 a week, feeding these gobblers. And that goes directly to his team, which is amazing the way he set it up. But it's like, shit.
Shit. Season 1 is just beginning. Season 2, you get bid points. I don't understand this thing. I need to look at it. I guess it's just the marketplace, man.
Yeah, I just did a quick search, like a marketplace with no fees. So it kind of makes sense now that OpenSea removed their fees.
Yeah, but the gas fees to sell on it is just incredibly high.
Yeah, man, these gas fees are wrecked.
Dude, Ethereum is perma-wrecked forever.
Well, it's not meant to do what it's doing, man. It's meant to just be a place to
It's
build.
meant to have people build on it and
Yeah.
fucking transactions and win sharding and win fucking we're wrecked.
Well, sharding,
Remember in the
Pro
bear
Deck sharding is
market-
supposed to come on fucking September, but like, right now it's pretty much like, it needs to be more liquid, man. It
Well,
just needs
guess
to.
what? It's only going to get 100,000 times worse.
Man, I need to fucking picking my nose while I'm on stream.
Like this happened in the bull run last time, and now it's happening at the bottom of the fucking bear run.
It's gonna get bad before it gets good.
I agree.
It's going to get
When
fucking
Pulse Chain.
wrecked, and we've never needed Pulse Chain more.
There you go.
So, famous. I want to test out this game theory you have with the bridging of the PRCs back to ETH and then bringing it back.
Mm-hmm.
I want to test it on a real chain, like ETH Pal or ETH Fair.
You should.
So take something from ETH Pal, bridge it back to ETH, give it value, and then bring it back. See what happens.
Well, you'd be giving up the side that's valuable, right?
Come again?
You'd be giving up the side that's valuable.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm willing just to test it. Not like my whole bag, obviously, just to test it.
I bridged ETHW out of on all chain bridge probably 600 times, and I can tell you it works just fine.
Yeah, but did you try with another ETH POW token? ETH POW 20? ETH W20?
No, nothing has none of the bridges have liquidity. The bridge has to have liquidity in order for you to trade something through it.
That's because they provide the bridge.
I know, that's why I'm saying your mic's a little fishbowled, I think.
Really? Is it? Hello? Is it better
Yeah,
now?
it's got a little static on the end of it.
That's probably just fine. It's that, or you hear actually the fucking computer fan.
Yeah, but I don't know where you would bridge these. I mean, what do you use as a bridge that has liquidity for tokens that they don't hold?
Well, someone would have to create a bridge to create the assets.
So it's not really like you're not testing any game theory. You're just waiting for someone to add a bridge or add liquidity to a bridge.
No, there's more bridges now on the PAL side.
Yeah, for what tokens though?
Yeah, that's that.
That's what I got to figure out. That's what I got to figure out.
I can already tell you, none of them.
Like you would basically have to like right now. I think the only thing you compare it to is like what
All you have to do is swap it back to the native asset and send it out. I don't know why that's complicated.
No, you're thinking of something else.
Yeah. Because
All right,
Jim
so
Rat,
give me
there's
an
this. So I want to explain this to you because maybe you don't understand this, or maybe thought about this because no one ever talks about this. It's that as much as you could take your ETH ERC20s and bring them to Pulse Chain, you could bring your PRC20s into Ethereum. So this whole notion that people are going to bring their stablecoins into Pulse Chain is completely uttermost useless because you could take anything from Pulse Chain and bring it to ETH and pair it to the stablecoins. So the theory I have is that it's actually going to be more stable, it's going to be stronger, and we can actually create a massive liquidity if we actually have the money to do so which I think
Is his mic wrecked for anyone else?
Hello?
Yeah, it's
I hear some static. I hear some static.
Okay, when his mic is wrecked. It's famous. Your mic is wrecked. No, it's got static on it. Like when you talk, it registers static along with what you're saying.
Talk now. I think you fixed it. Oh yeah, no, you still have it. It's the wire.
You still have it. It's got to be one of the inputs from the wire if you're wired it. No. It could even be your power cord that got snuck out of the. That's what happens to me sometimes when the power cord to whatever you're using gets a little loose.
Yeah, that's how I would know when Jim Rat was wrecked. I was like, connect your power. I hear static. Nah, dude, you're wrecked.com.
No, it sounds like I want to absolutely kill myself. Yeah, unplug everything. Maybe jump out and jump back in or something. $1 million of people, and probably 50% of them have no money, and their wife already left them. No, it's beautiful now. Yes.
Yeah, you're good now.
All right, so explain to me how that'll work. And who's providing liquidity for the wrap pulse and the wrap pulse X? Right. So you're just okay. Then why don't we just make this 10 times simpler? Why don't we just say, if somebody provides liquidity for any of the assets that they like, and they swap it to Pulse, they can bridge it back to Ethereum. That's how ETHW works. That's how all the forks work. Why? Let's see. There's going to be rich people that are going to go out of their way to provide liquidity to the assets they want as a benefit to the users and hoping for future adoption. Yeah, you would never do that. That would be like throwing your money in the garbage. Well, no, I was agreeing with you. I'm saying like people aren't just going to rush all their Ethereum stuff that has all this value and all this liquidity onto the Pulse chain side. It's going to be people that have F loads of money that can't sell anyway that are going to try to support the network. I don't know, but I think we're thinking in a terms that no one should be thinking about. Like people are, when this is launched, they're going to make sure that it's user friendly enough that people can get in and out. Yeah, well, the big boys know this stuff while they're sipping their coffee in the morning by themselves. No, I really don't. I mean, I know what you're saying, but I just don't see how it's productive. And I don't see how this is where people, I mean, people don't even know how to buy crypto on without using Coinbase. Yeah, so we're basically talking about stable coins. Like we're trying to figure out like how does that raise your I mean, I need to see how I can buy these things when the chain is launched. I am going to be buying stuff.
Jim Rat, to your point, this is not for everyone. But for
this is for no one.
No, it is. It is. It makes a lot of sense because there's other people who are like, oh yeah, we never thought of that shit. That shit makes a lot of sense. I've heard it.
Well, we did this all on ETHW on day one, but they had.
We didn't do this. We didn't do this.
All right, so explain it to me, Bullish, please.
No, I'm trying to learn it myself so I can actually test it on chain and be like, you know what? I tested it. The shit works.
I just think that there's people that are 55,000 times smarter than us handling this and 55,000 times richer. And they're going to make it so people can buy, swap, and bridge as soon as possible. I mean, you can just add liquidity to whatever token you. Someone does. All right, so no liquidity in any of the assets.
Yeah, that's a different play. That's a different play.
It's
You're
not
right, but that's a different
There's
play.
only we're just fucking using a bunch of big fucking words and complicating and confusing everyone. I don't think this is. I don't agree. Well, then your explaining skills are just awful because I don't like. We have to be able to simplify this stuff and make it digestible, not just talk like in circles. Well, your job is to not confuse everyone in this chat. I'm not saying okay. It's not about me. I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be sipping coffee and doing jack shit when this shit launches and trying to get people not to get hacked.
Jim Rat, that's why people like me are trying to figure it out, test it, so I can break it down like a 5-year-old.
No, there's about 150,000 people that have been onboarded to this shit that don't know anything about crypto, and they'll click on links all day long. And you know how many? I'm not saying that. You know what I mean. I'm saying we do these spaces every day, and we talk about the same shit every day. I'm gonna have to jump back to some old Richard Hart streams and see what he says about this. Well, that's very critical for you to understand because Richard knows 65 million times more about crypto than you do, and he would have mentioned this. Are you kidding me, Famous? Jesus Lord, bro, how up your own ass are you? No, so you're saying that I mean, if there's a bell curve, we're all at the bottom of it, and Richard is at the top of it, right? Like there's some people that are smarter than others, but I've literally listened to you for years. And to say that you're right about everything and that you're the smartest dude in crypto would be a disservice to yourself. It would be a disservice to yourself. How about this? I'll bring someone in here that knows more about crypto than you. And we'll talk about this bridging.
Wait, how about this? I'll save you the time. There was another space that CZ was hosting. He brought it up, and people who've been in crypto that are very well respected was like, you know what? You're absolutely right. That is an option. And that's why I was like, all right, let me listen to what the fuck Famous is saying and trying to figure this shit out.
All right, well, I'm going to double down on learning about this, and I'll come back to you. Because
yeah, bro, that's well, that's different. You're talking about something completely different. But Jim, what do? We try to get to the truth, right?
No, we try to be digestible and
we try to no. That's other people. What do? We try to get to the truth, right?
That's what
I'm talking about. You and me, right? You and me. We try to get to the truth. That's what I'm trying to do. Figure it out, and then we digest it a better way, and that's it.
But why are we figuring this shit out? Like, what's the point?
Hey, Jim Rett, can I step in here for a second, man?
Yes, please.
If you're about to leave or go do something else, please don't. Please stay here and defend this position here because I think you're coming at this from a slightly different angle that's not exactly being recognized here at the moment. And I respect your line of questioning currently because I have that same voice in my head. I think a lot of where you're coming from right now might be, look, it's a very valuable perspective, this line of questioning you're engaging in right here. And I'm asking you to continue. It's valuable. This is shit that's also running in the back of my mind. So thank you for, excuse me. Thank you for this line of questioning. Jim Rat, I've got a
And that's
serious
exactly
cotton
why
mouth this
I
morning.
say it, because I know
Please
that.
continue. And also, Famous, you're the man. Bullish, you're the man. I'll be listening, guys. Thanks for this Spaces this morning.
And this is recorded, so luckily I can play it live on stream with Sam, and he can break down what you're saying word for word. And I want you to sit like when you say bring another dude in here that knows more about crypto to me, that's a disservice to you. That's you not growing. That's you not changing. And that's an ignorant statement. And I'm not saying me. I'm not the guy that's smarter than you. Like, I'm not the guy that I just say the truth and I say my truth. And I know when. No, it sounded like that's how I know millions of people like that don't grow and they stay in the same spot their entire life because they have that attitude. Well, then just what we'll do is you could come on stream. You could come on stream with me and Sam, and you could break this topic down word for word. No, 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 no. No, this ain't about me. I don't need to deal with all this shit. It makes no difference and it's completely pointless. No, it's not clout. I want to show you something. You, just you. And we'll just talk about this stuff. And I think it's important to keep this stuff simple. We're trying to adopt people into crypto and we're getting past the point. You know how many people I see just doing TA all day, drawing triangles all over everything, making everyone seem like they're a gigabrain, and we just sit back and laugh at them because it's a literally the founder of this crypto says half of this shit is retarded. None of you guys need to worry about it. And it's the truth though. Like we got to be honest with ourselves a little bit. Well, I'm just telling you, someone has to put money into a liquidity pool. You can't get around that. Maybe it'll be the guy that wears $9 million in watches and has the fastest Ferrari in the world and tells everyone he's kind of virtue signaling to you that he's going to handle this shit. Well, then we're all going to zero and Richard's career is over. Because I mean, like, if nobody bridges any liquidity into Pulse Chain, then the $1.7 billion of piston-loaded volume on the other side will cause him to have a bad reputation. That would be an option. Yes, absolutely.
You guys also, just to add to this, so you guys have some info. You know the liquidity is not going to be released in one shot when Pulse Chain launches, right?
Of course, because everyone would dump it right away. No, you don't have to be the this shit. We are literally talking in circles about something that none of us have to deal with. No, everyone just needs to relax and not talk about game theory that's going to keep them up at night for 3 days because they're like, I'm so stupid, I have no idea what's going on. No, I get it, but every time I come in here, we're talking about the same damn thing, and I look at this stuff all day long.
To be fair, wait. To be fair, I'm the one who brought it up. You're the one who got worked up about it. So let's just move on to another topic.
I'm just saying that we need to have a more clear message. Like we need to have people need to not get hacked. People need to not lose their money. People are going to get it now. Everyone's going to say, I need to have my computer out 24/7 because something's going to happen because Famous said a bunch of words and I'm confused and I hope I don't lose all my money and I hope I can make money. I think you should let Richard handle this. Like, as far as like Richard said, I am going to die on this hill. And he is going to not want, first of all, we would know one thing about Richard. His reputation means the world to him. And that is normal with those kind of guys, with business guys. Like, that's classic. Everything that he does, he is making sure is perfect. And he is taking the time to go through it very slowly. And nothing that is getting said in this room is going to make a fucking difference.
Okay, but you also do know that regardless of what Richard does, people are still going to be doing this kind of shit anyway, right?
So my message to people would be, don't do this type of shit.
Yeah, of course. This is like I said earlier. This is not for everyone. You need to know what the fuck you're doing to do this type of thing. No. The what we're talking about, the bridging the PRC to the ERCs. That's not for everyone. That's
this
only
is
for
recorded, Famous. Just remember, this is recorded. I'm going to tell them to relax, learn how to bridge on ETHW, learn how to bridge on Binance, take a deep breath. The liquidity will be there over time. Richard wants the asset to perform well. So I'm going to assume that there's not going to be that much liquidity early on. Enough where some people can get out, but not enough where people can dump everything that they have at a really good rate. And then over the months, the liquidity will get added. More people will come in. People will get more excited and we'll move on from there. But if you get people bridging over, thinking about all this stuff, it's just unnecessary. Like, it's unnecessary to even like think on the there. It's not complicated. Like, all you have to do is wait for Pulse Chain to have liquidity. Then other people will add little amounts of liquidity to the PRC20s. Then you can swap them to the native token. Then you can use a bridge to get back to Ethereum if you want to get out. That's it. Like, I know there's more. I mean, there's not, but I guess there is. Like, we'll wait and see when it happens. And I'm going to be doing a 24-hour live stream when Pulse comes out, trying to make sure people don't click on links that's going to make them lose all their money, which is like 10 times more problematic.
Gains Club. What's going on, brother?
I'm just trying to like piece together my crazy thoughts on this. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
It's re- it
Okay. And is
yeah.
the final form of the test net even out?
There's a video. There's a video on how to pulse with them sending hex to Rinkeby. It's been done. I've done it a million times. It's gonna happen.
All right, so Magic, can you explain to me what Famous is saying in English?
Oh, he's just saying there's a possibility people will take their free copies back from Pulse Chain to Ethereum. And now, probably the one reason Richard doesn't want to talk about this is he wants everything to come one way, not the other way. That's what you have to consider.
So let's say that there is P hex with no liquidity on the other side, 1 second in to Pulse Chain. You're telling me that I am going to somehow bridge that P hex over with no liquidity to Ethereum and it will have value?
No, you have to pair it to something once you bring it over.
And so what bridge?
The native bridge.
What's
The native
what's
bridge.
the native
Pulse bridge. Pulse bridge.
Pulse ramp.
Pulse ramp.
And
Pulse
who's
ramp.
adding
Sorry.
liquidity to Pulse ramp?
No, dude. When you bridge it over, the new coin gets created. The wrap coin gets created on the Ethereum side.
And then there's fiat on ramps and off ramps to both of these things that are getting built. Well, I'm just saying someone's going to be putting money into a liquidity pool at some point for anyone to get value out. I'm just going to wait until there's liquidity.
Yeah, that's going to be the move for some people.
Why has it always failed? Well, we all did this on ETHW just fine. I did it 700 times.
Well, no, some bridges failed. Some bridges rugged.
What if Pulse just gets listed on a centralized exchange?
And that's also possible too. And that's also possible too.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
like,
another option that people can just wait and just buy from a centralized exchange.
Well, what if it's on day one?
Well, whatever day is on, that's just another option.
And why would they have to? There's no reason to. Like, most coins have very little value.
And someone will end up doing it. Someone will definitely end up doing it.
There's $1.7 billion of expected funds, and Richard's reputation means more to him than anything. And he's going to make sure that there's value that is able to be bridged back and forth. I'm not saying that the die is going to hit the peg. I'm not saying, no one said that. No, it doesn't have to. Everything doesn't have to come from the OA wallet or any specific wallet that you're looking at or the sacrifice wallet. It can be done from different entities all over the place. There's you know how many people's reputation.
I think there's a total of 600 million die between both pools.
Yeah, it's like the second highest die bag in the world. No, Richard is going to make this be a asset that goes up in price. That's what Richard does. And that is going to have somewhat low liquidity, and it's going to take a few months.
Well, yeah, that's obvious, but what we're talking about is people who want to bring value back in order to accumulate more. Because remember, you got to keep in mind, Jim Rat, these are different strategies. It's not for everyone, but some people miss certain sacrifice, miss post sacrifice, and they're looking for other strategies.
I have a feeling no one's going to have a problem buying Pulse in PulseX.
I don't think so either. I think within 24 to 48 hours, it'll be on a centralized exchange. The same way eFair and ETH is.
And I think that people are going to be able to bridge in value to Pulse and then buy whatever the fuck they want. No, I mean send it from your Ethereum wallet. Yes. I'm not asking anyone to do anything. No, I'm saying that is the option that everyone has used before and everyone has done before. This option to me sounds like the biggest word salad I've ever heard in my life. I'm just saying, I don't think people, if you're in here and you're just confused as fuck, and I know there's some people in here that would be confused as fuck. I know there's some people that are 10 times smarter than me in here as well. Don't be confused as fuck.
Yo, I got this. Nah, I put all my thoughts together because this has been going on for too long. I don't think anybody's really confused in this room. I see a lot of smart motherfuckers here. Think about it like a navigation system. And your car's whatever ticker on whatever chain it is. All we're talking about is routing. Really, it's not really a liquidity topic. It's a routing topic. So with bridges, it's just a bridge. Think about a car going over a bridge, and now you're on this side. So he's just saying, Famous is just saying, nobody's talking about driving to this destination and getting to this place and doing this thing over here. There's no right or wrong in this conversation, and it's not really that confusing. It's just about what direction you're going into. The rest is up to you, because then we're adding variables to it, and we shouldn't be adding variables to it, like selling. If you're selling and you want to add that variable of selling, then yeah, liquidity matters and all that stuff. But we're talking about the variable of value add. So you can get values both sides, is what Famous is saying. Nobody's talking about this side. That's all it is.
I have a feeling that bridging back and forth will be not a problem at all.
Yeah, Famous is not saying that.
Yeah, you agree with Famous then?
Sure.
All right, now that we're all in agreement, let's put this to bed and let's move on to another topic.
Yeah, did that help? Like, that's all we're talking about.
I mean, I just don't like. It's just confusing to me. I've bridged assets between different chains thousands and thousands of times. And
But I think what GameStop said is accurate. Is that we're adding in the variable of like selling and stuff like that, and that's what complicates it. If we're just talking about routing, bridging back,
and there's $1.7 billion of people's funds that they sacrifice. Just ETH would be the one that was most similar to this. Yes, I did it a fucking 100 times. And all of the bridges had liquidity in ETH. Sometimes it got thin, and you had to wait for larger transaction time, like 1,500 fucking transactions to wait. But other than that, that happened a few times, and that was it.
All right, so it's doable. All right, next topic.
What's the weather like?
It's fucking cold, bro. I'm fucking freezing my testicles off over here.
No, well, before you move on, GRC, are you understanding? Are you understanding what's going on that one simple topic? That way you can break it down to your crowd that's listening to the easier
I'm
way
not.
to
I'm just going to show people when it launches how to bridge back and forth. It's going to be very simple.
Yeah, okay, I get it.
Like I just don't think getting into the weeds. Like most people just have their seed phrases next to their computer, like on a piece of paper, and they don't even know like what's going on. So I just don't think like for me, like I just think about the new guy like constantly. Like that's all I can really think about is like I don't tell people any of this stuff. You get every time I come in here, we talk about ratio trading. So I mean, I tell my guys just how to stay secure, how to stay on chain, and how to keep your own coins in your wallet. And you can assume you can tell me that I'm telling people to bridge their assets back and forth, but I'm not. I was just trying to decode the absolute word salad and break it down a little bit for myself, and that was it. But I hate to kill the mood, guys. You know what I mean? With any kind of
No, you have good questions because let me put it another way. There's gonna be buckets. Yeah, there's gonna be buckets that have to be filled. So people that want to go from Ethereum to Pulse chain, that's one flow of things. Of let's say those buckets are gonna get filled. Famous is talking about the buckets that don't get filled on the Ethereum side that will get filled. That people that want to make a market, and the market's gonna do what the market does. So there will be markets on both sides for the Pulse chain ecosystem. So, and Richard does say, he says you're gonna. This is the first time you're gonna get, a your copy, and you're gonna be able to pair it. He means that in multiple ways. It's not just pairing on one side. A lot of people take it as one side, but he's talking about both sides because you need Ethereum. You need Ethereum flow no matter what, and then people are gonna arbitrage no matter what. The big boys, and those people most likely, won't want to tell you the flow of things, and they're going to tell you to go on one side. So a lot of people that promote whatever they're promoting are going to tell you to go on their side, and they're going to want you to use their routing, their dexes, their tools, but they're not telling you that they're also on the other side, making the market as well. Everybody's going to be watching all these markets.
Is there a bridge that everyone's planning on using?
The native one will R8 to be the Pulse ramp, but you're gonna have people that make bridges within 30 minutes of the mainnet being turned on.
There's a few people
on Pulse ramp.
Yeah, there is. There's a few on the There's a few people that I'm aware of already that's gonna be launching dexes like day one, and bridges. But like the official ones everyone knows about, like the one that Power City's doing, and like a few other ones, like they already said they're waiting probably like 30 days until they launch theirs.
All right, let me get on this website real quick.
Pulse ramp is there, but it's not operational anymore.
Was it being used on the test net, but it's not operational at the moment? Is kind of what you're saying?
Well, it was running between Pulse chain and Rinkeby, and Rinkeby has been set to read only, and they moved to Gorelli for the testnet for Ethereum. So the ETH testnet side Rinkeby is now read only.
I see. All right.
I'm sure All Chain Bridge is gonna have support for them within the first couple of days.
But you can
probably change now. We'll have support within the first couple of days.
If you go under How to Pulse, they've got J Money did a good video on bridging assets both ways on Pulse Ramp when it was running.
Thank you, sir. That's where I'll head. I love this website, by the way. The How to Pulse website is amazing.
I think MEXT will have Pulse and PulseX within a couple of days too.
Well, I think I have a nice video topic. now, at least, which is always fun. Dude, I love what Alex created. I'm in love with it. I'm in love with it, especially after hearing I went through a time where I lost my first ever wallet. It was compromised, and thinking about if I had an HSI, how I could just send it away, like that. Just that alone, like, is is enough for me. And then obviously you can arbitrage it and get really good deals on T-shares. But I love the fact that you can send stuff away. And I never think about that. Like, I never, because obviously I've got my security where I want it now, so I don't think about moving my stuff too often. But and you could send away the Watsas. Like, I could just send it away to another wallet. Like, how graceful and amazing. Alex, thank you, sir. And I really like what Gamma's doing too. Like, Sam's really into the validator stuff just because he likes anything he doesn't really know that much. And Gamma's literally, if I know everyone in here probably knows Gamma, but
Yeah,
if you're not,
I'm actually about to call him. I'm actually about to call him today.
On YouTube, if you're not following him on Substack, if you use that, and if you're not following him on Twitter, I suggest, well, I would like if you followed him, even if you don't like the stuff, because he's working real hard. He's not as good at marketing and stuff, which is probably exactly why Bullish is calling him.
But, no, I'm calling from a different reason. But yeah, you're right. Most super techie guys are not good at marketing.
So I've been trying to go out of my way to just talk to him, amp people up about him, because what he's doing is truly getting he's trying to make this truly decentralized, and he's showing people, literally holding their hand, telling them minimum hardware, everything you need to know, hour-long live streams of how to set up a validator on your own. And I know not everyone wants to do that, but like, that kind of shit is what we need, in my opinion, more of. And I think he's the first guy to do it. I really do. In this community.
Well, the first one who just focuses on that, I'll have to give that to Feeder, because Feeder was helping some folks at a very basic level. But Gamma's like,
wasn't that the proof of work? Wasn't that before the proof of work? We switched over.
Yeah, actually, Gamma, once we switched over and the merge happened, he was early on in the HexPal chat, and he spun up validators and miners for both chains. So the reason I'm calling him today is specifically about HexPal. So I've been trying to set up an archive node since the beginning of the month. So has Alex. Alex has had issues syncing it. I've ran into 2 sync issues already. So I'm about to call him, put some money in his pocket, and be like, set this shit up for me.
And what is an archive node?
It's just a regular node, but it has the entire history.
Oh, I see. So it's like a full node that some people call it, or what was a Gamma calling it, where you have to download the whole history?
Archive node.
Words. I guess that's what.
Archive. Yeah, archive node. Well, no, that's what we're trying to do. So Alex is doing it for his own reasons. I'm doing it because I'm supporting Spicy's part of it, Bob Lagai, Hex is the Way, and a few others. So we have a working front end to bid on the HSIs on the HexPal side, but we have no archive nodes. So one of us is just trying to fucking set up our archive. Yeah. So one of us is trying to set up an archive node so we can start testing out this app and then start buying HSIs on that side.
Yeah, because like a lot of us have.
It's completely untouched over there, bro. It's completely untouched. So yeah, so
dude, don't get me all excited about ETH POW, dude. I already went through that.
Yeah, bro. So we have a working front end. We have a working front end. We just have no archive node to use it. So I started the sync February 2nd, I believe Bob said, because we've been keeping tabs on each other. So yeah, February 2nd, I started the archive. It failed like February 10th or something like that. I started it over. It failed again 2 days ago. started it over. It hasn't failed yet, but I'm gonna call Gamma anyway. And I was like, yo, dude, can you just remote into the machine, set everything up, and let me know what the bill is?
Yeah. And make sure you subscribe to Gamma's YouTube. I'm trying to pump his shit to 1,000 because I mean his work. I watch all his shit. Like, and I don't know what he's talking about half the time, but if I listen long enough, I will, and then I'll be excited. But he's a good dude. Like Gamma's a good dude. Like he's a for real good dude. And
yeah, that dude's official, and he's really about the community. Like he's really about the community.
Yeah, he's not playing any games either, and he's trying to make the truly decentralized to a degree. Proof of Vitalik, as a Gene would call it, was trying to escape from the proof of Vitalik, proof of RH. But either way, it doesn't make it. I just want more people to be able to run a validator if that's something they wanted to do. I still don't understand if it's profitable or not, but it probably is a little. $10 T-shares for less than a bill. Ooh, that's a good deal. Now, where's that R point if like Hedron just started mooning for some reason? Would they be like shaking in their boots a little bit? I want some more T-shares. I'm trying to get enough T-shares to where it. Somebody said that your T-share, how many T-shares you have, is directly correlated, directly one for one to your IQ numbers, and I'm still under 100. I'm such a fucking pleb. But I think I'm a turtle, still. Now, if you have under 100, are you always a turtle, or is that a moving range?
I'm not.
It changes slowly, but very gradually it moves. But there's a staker league. I'll find it and DM it to you in the morning, Jim. Right? You can see a live staker leave.
Winning.
God damn it.
Oh, real
Fuck
quick.
a dip. Fuck a dip.
Yo, real quick. So GRC, the name of the game really is not how many T-shares you have, as far as it correlating to your IQ or anything. The IQ test is preservation. So because total T-shares go down over time. So the name of the game is preserving your T-shares besides accumulating, because you're going to accumulate hex and try to get T-shares, but it's preserving them, and then on top of that, the alpha is increasing them through preservation. So as you're ending stakes and restaking, you're going up in T-share, and that's how you're going to win these leagues. It's not about getting T-shares right now. It's about preserving whatever you got and continually increasing your T-shares, because the T-share pool, the amount of T-shares go down over time. So as long as you got a slice of that big pie and you're always printing, you always have these airdrops, Hedron, and all this stuff. And that's why we get excited about buying these auctions, because you're increasing your T-share rate, your T-share amount cheaper than you would if you just bought Hex in the same system. So the free Hedron I get with the T-shares that I have already give me more T-shares, and that's where you get that positive loop that people talk about. So the IQ test is preserving and increasing, and the longer you do that, your league will go up automatically. So since the beginning, I only go up in the ranks in the leagues because I'm using all these loops, and I'm making sure that I always have more T-shirts than I had yesterday. Because the money's printing no matter
Experimented
what.
too much with the
Fame.
HSI auctions, to be honest. I use the Icosa staking pool a lot, and I need to start experimenting with that a little bit, because it seems like the deals don't go away. It seems like people aren't utilizing it enough yet, and
Yeah,
probably they will in the future.
and dude, here's the beauty about it. Go ahead, Magikarp. Ty.
Famous, that 10 T-shares, is that a 5555? Hello, Famous. And how far into this? How is it, like 1%, 2%? Right. And how much did you say it would have cost if you bought the 900 million Hedron to buy it? How much? $2,200. I'm just looking at how much it would cost to get 10 T shares for 5555 right now. Yeah, it's about 4,000. It's 4,800 roughly. 90,000 units of hex. Yeah.
Somebody bought like fucking 500 grand worth of excess.
Yeah, that was the guy that Motley onboarded.
Well, he's doxxed. Well, I'll find that guy. No, I'm kidding. He's probably in Puerto Rico somewhere, or that's where he lives.
Motley tweeted and he gave everyone a heads up that there was a $500,000 buy incoming.
That's doxed. That dude's doxed. Hopefully, nobody figures out who he is. Molly's just fucking insane. That's fucking awesome. I wonder if it's scary to get people, like, not to buy, but to find someone disciplined enough and, with it
Guess what
enough.
I did when I saw that tweet, Jim Rack? Guess what I did when I saw that tweet?
What'd you say? You're hawking wallets?
I pulled all my fucking liquidity.
Oh yeah. Well, the liquidity, like, I don't want to go down that road right now. But there's some really good liquidity providing opportunities in the Hedron ecosystem too, with really little risk. that I kind of had. And the Icosa steaks, though, when some of those Icosa guys come out, you get a lot of hedron on that Icosa steak too. I don't know if that's factored in or if it's burnt.
So
Yeah,
this is
I
why.
bought a billion hedron at the pity bottom at point, and it was like 12. It was like probably like 100 days or so ago now, or
Dude, why you, bro? Why you think I waited and did not participate in any of the bids? Because everyone was overbidding, spending all their hedron. I've been accumulating that shit since day one. So I'm ready to bid on a, like now for the second batch because most of those big HSIs they all got recycled. They're coming up for auction again in a couple of weeks. That's the opportunity I saw in Hedron day one that most people didn't see. It was a way to buy because like I have a background in real estate, especially like distressed assets. So that's the opportunity I saw. I was like, oh wait, hold up. I can buy this shit at a huge discount later on. Yeah, let me start accumulating this. That's how I saw it. That's how Bob Lagai saw it. So then when Alex came out with Icosa, it that added a whole other level to it that I was like, fuck, I don't even want to spend my Hedron now.
There's a lot of people that overbid and don't really understand what's going on, but a good average rate to go by is basically it's like 100 million per t-shirt. Yeah, then the Gway's 60 and they're like, yeah, I'm not doing it. Oh, $60 doesn't matter if you win it, but if you don't win it and you're doing this over and over, then it hurts.
Hey guys, I'm jumping into the gym, and if you're still in Spaces, I'd like to come in here after. I do want to do a video on those HSI auctions. I think I haven't observed that enough on my own, and I want to see some of the gas fee structure there. And I'll talk to you guys later. Famous, everybody. Magic Carpet Ride, thanks for being here. Pulse, Bullish, CG, Crypto Gains Club. Sorry, I'm driving a stick and I'm being an idiot. Hextech, everyone, great to see you. And Bitfinesse, great to see you as always in here. Have an amazing day, guys. Bye bye.
Take care, Jim. Yeah, the way he's looking at it is the way that Gaines Club said it. He's basically adding these other variables. So when you take those variables out and you're just looking at it from like a value add perspective, it makes sense. So that's why I just want to test it out.
Yeah. So what
I'm
I'm
more hands
noticing,
on.
with Jim Rad is he looks at it because when I watch his videos, I have to like sit back and relax because I seen Jim Rat from the beginning, so I see how excited he is to learn this stuff, and that excites me because I remember those days. But what happens is he's on that one track still of the way I look at it is passive income as crypto as being passive income. When I do crypto, I do crypto to sit on my ass and watch these gains go crazy while I have other streams of income. So I don't look at this shit as a paycheck this week. You know what I mean? 'Cause, a lot of his crowd does see like a liquidity providing as passive income. So I have to sit back and relax and say, all right, what is he thinking about? Why is he thinking this way? So when he hears you out, he's saying, well, how am I gonna make money? Basically, well, he's missing your point. So we got to talk to Jim Rat and get him on different the different variables. Like Bullish is saying that if we're adding a variable, then like we stick to that topic. But we gotta keep shit simple because his crowd, he wants to like bring it to his crowd in a simple way. So we fuck his brain up because he wants to learn, and I get that part because a lot of us here have crazy minds, and we're thinking about 100 things at the same fucking time. So we gotta slow down. Everybody has to slow the fuck down and kind of explain it for the layman, and remember about we got plebs listening to us, but a lot of people in this fucking room right here, we're fucking, I see a number of OGs or people that have been learning for fucking more than a year or so. So most of us grasp it, but we just like hungry for knowledge, and GRC is hungry as fuck, but he's also looking at it. How the fuck do I sell this shit? Because it's a paycheck. So if you get him on the track of like the crypto world, like staying in the crypto world, maybe he'll understand it more. But like, yeah, I'm not talking about pushing money out or value out. It's like, how do I make this valuable? And maybe Sam Stoll also needs that because I see that he's talking about this stuff as passive income, but I think that's just looking at it in one perspective, and that's not right or wrong. And it takes me a while to step back sometimes and just let everybody talk and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's why me like to your point, like I'm information hungry right now because I want to test it out because I geek out on all this stuff. I actually get to play with it on chain. I get to validate that it's possible. And when the question comes up or someone's asking me something, I'm like, yeah, this is technically possible. I've done it myself. I've heard enough people, aside from famous, saying that this is completely possible and makes sense, enough for me to want to try it out.
It's possible because it goes one way. It also goes the other way. It's just routing.
Yeah, sometimes you confuse the fuck out of me, famous. It takes me two or three goes to listen to you repeat yourself, and then I'm like, the penny drops. I'm watching you on my TV while I'm laying in bed, watching you go through the auctions.
I mean, if you're new in this room or you're listening to all this stuff, this ain't a fucking game plan for any of you guys. This is just, you should be accumulating as much crypto as you can, whatever fucking crypto you want. You know, I fucking say hex, but these are people with fucking crypto already that are just looking for value and arbitrage and opportunity because it's always when it's early. When it's early, there's fucking money to be made. But you're fucking new and you're confused. Your best bet is just to accumulate and put time in the market versus trying to time all the market and the bridging and all this shit. Don't time none of this shit if you're new. just fucking watch everybody. I think that's where people. It fucks them up. I know. That's what's missing. People think you're saying one side's right. What you're saying is you're sparking people's brains and you want them to think and talk about it, but everybody's just picking a fucking side when that's not even your plan is to get people talking about it and learning about it. So yeah, if you're listening to this, come up, ask questions, because it's just a bunch of us just repeating this shit to each other that we know, and we're just so curious that we like hearing and validating our fucking paths and our game plans and our game theories, because we got like a bunch of game theories in our heads that we just fucking love this shit. But if you're new, come up and fucking and ask questions.
Guys, let's do something useful. We have bad reviews on CoinMarketCap for Hex. Let's put some positive reviews so we put lower in the list the negative ones. Yep.
Five what? That was after the wall was removed, right? I'm gonna drop down soon. I'm trying to get confirmation, see if there's a space today. There's not. I want to go to movie theaters. Go catch Ant-Man.